That was a depressing win for an old band about to go on tour. So let's start with that. Remember at the trade deadline, and there was that rumor that Kevin Durant may be going back to the Warriors, and KD squashed it. Steve Kerr, did he plant it? They need length. They need another score. Now, playoff Jimmy and Steph Curry were great, combined for 75 points. But when you watch them, they need another athlete. They need another wing. And this is where the Jonathan Kuminga story is so obvious. Did not play him again last night. I mean, they're telling the league, we're moving off him. They're doing something. But you watched it last night. Memphis was a Ja Morant turned ankle in an inbounds play from beating the Warriors. So they had great energy in the first half. They had a great game plan, took a 20-point lead. But boy, do they have holes. They couldn't make any stops. They're just not long enough. And Jimmy Butler gave this team a vibe and an energy, but vibe has a ceiling. He brought this intensity to the regular season. And a lot of teams in the regular season, especially the second half, are tanking or resting starters. But Golden State looks old. They look tired. They don't have a ton of scoring depth. And outside of Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry, who, thank God, hit back-to-back threes, that was the difference probably in the game. They're not terribly dynamic. And so now it's interesting because they face Houston. They're exactly what the Warriors aren't. Young, long, athletic, dynamic, and a great rebounding team. So they're going to blow out the Warriors in a couple of these games. The question is, can there be enough close games in the Houston Warriors series for Golden State to win? Because Golden State will be a much better team in close games. They'll manipulate the refs. They've got the better coach. Draymond, Butler, and Steph have been in so many huge playoff games. Close games, I'll take the Warriors. But they're going to get blown out a couple of times in this series because, an old band can go to the Sphere in Vegas, can still make money in tour, but an old NBA team, you can't hide behind the drums and the lyrics. They looked old. And I'll say this, the Jimmy Butler thing, the playoff Jimmy thing is real. He had a remarkable first half, played well throughout. But Golden State is favored against Houston, and I feel like they're going to be incredibly Butler and Curry reliant. They're not as deep, as long, as athletic as Houston. I think we got an upset on our hands coming because Golden State is favored. So Steve Kerr seemed somewhat satisfied. Here was his take on what we all watched last night.
I tried to downplay it a little bit before the game, but we desperately needed to win this game and get 4 days. Our guys have been basically playing knockout games for about 3 weeks. It took 83 games, but we're right where we want to be, which is back in the playoffs, and we've got a chance. But maybe most importantly, we get the time to rest and prepare because these guys need that.
Yeah, the old band members need to head home for a few days, sleep in, sleep late. Again, if you look at the Warriors starting lineup in the play-in game last night, Steph and Jimmy gave you 75 points. Everybody else looked small, looked limited, and shot 6 for 19 and gave you 16 total points. So Houston is the opposite of the Warriors. The Warriors are favored, and I think it's mostly based on playoff experience. But if there is a first-round upset coming, it's going to be Houston beating this team. Houston is excellent in size and rebounding. The Warriors are not. And now that they've apparently opted to not play Kuminga, I mean, you watched last night. Zach Edey was a problem. And he didn't play well, and he's not a refined NBA player, but they didn't even want to challenge him at the rim. Zach Edey. So here comes Houston. Watch out.